Yes, we have several type of mappings, but the most common and the important ones are what? One-to-one mapping, onto mapping, and composite mapping. One-to-one mapping, which is also called injective mapping. We also have onto mapping, which is also called surjective mapping. Then the composite mapping. Let's take it one after the other. What is one-to-one mapping means? It's very simple. We can say one-to-one mapping when different, let's make the definition very easy. When different elements in domain has different image, it is called one-to-one mapping. Just like the way the name suggested, one-to-one. Face me, I face you. Now, let's look at this relation, for example. Let's look at this. We have what? X, Y. Now, we have 1, let's say 4. We have 2, let's say 6, for instance. We have 3, let's say 8. Now, when we have this relation from this domain to the codomain here to this here, what do you notice? You can see that what? One element here in the domain has what? Different image in the codomain. Let's say we have relation G. Element 2 in the domain has an image 6 in codomain. You can see what? Different elements in domain has different image in codomain. Now, let's see another one so that we won't conclude that it's only when it is facing each other directly. Let's say we have P, Q, relation F. We have something of this nature. We have 1. Okay, let's say we have G, H, I, J. You now have M, P, N, for instance. Now look at this. The image of J here is to M. Image of G is to what? N. Image of H is to P. This is also what? Examples of what? One-to-one mapping. Why is it mapping? It is mapping first because each element in the domain has unique image in codomain. Now, why is it now one-to-one mapping? It is one-to-one mapping because element in the domain has different images in the codomain, which will support the definition of one-to-one mapping that says when different elements in domain has different images in codomain, it is called one-to-one mapping. In codomain, it is called one-to-one mapping. Then the next one I'm going to take is what? Onto mapping. Onto mapping. When image has at least one element in domain domain it is called onto mapping. E.g., look at this relation below, two relations below. One, if you have something like this relation, let's say we have this M, P, Q, S, T, U. Let's say we have this. Now, we said when an image has at least one element in domain, it is called onto mapping. Now, look at this. Look at this. If you look, let's say we have this arrangement. We have now, let's look at this critically. If you check, this image has each of the images you have here, they have elements in the what? In the domain. So for them to have elements in the domain, it means it is an onto mapping. Now, why? We can see M, the image is what? X. P, the image is also what? X. In the case of one-to-one mapping, we would have said that what? This is not one-to-one mapping. Why? Because the elements are not having unique images. But here we said when an image has at least one element in domain, it is called onto mapping. Image S has what? Two elements. Image T has element Q, then image U has element R. That means each of the images have elements in the domain. Then X has more than one element. So this supports what? The definition of onto mapping. It means an image can have more than one element. Now, the case you cannot have, let's see second one, please. The second one, let's say we have this relation again, PQ. Let's say here is G. Let's say we have this relation. Let's say we have this relation. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we have this. This you cannot call what? Point 1, point 2. Example 1 is an onto mapping because of this definition. The example 2 is not an onto mapping because an image is devoid of elements. And image what? Image 7 is what? Devoid of elements in the domain. Can we see now? Can we see when we say, okay, this is a one-to-one mapping, this is an onto mapping. Now, let's look at this. This is what we need to do. We'll ask ourselves many questions about this to clarify when to identify a mapping and when a given relation is not a mapping. So make sure you follow this, listen to watch this as it should be. In the next video, we are going to set different example, and we'll ask you to tell us the range, the domains, and also confirm whether a set of relation is what? Mapping or not mapping. Thank you. We'll see you in the next video. But don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel, Aminu Maths Class. Follow us on our Facebook page, Aminu Maths Class, our TikTok handle, Aminu Maths Class. Thank you, and bye-bye for now.